Hey everyone, welcome to Education Hub. And guys, today we are going to talk about My Mother at 66, Class 12. So, guys, here is the first poem which we are going to start today from Class 12 English, and it is one of the very interesting poem written by Kamla Das. She is India's well-known poet of her time, and she has written this poem, My Mother at 66, right? Here you can see few information is given about Kamla Das. She is also well known as Madhavai Kotte and she was born in Kerala, right? And she is honored as India's first few poets who started writing poems in India. If you are talking about her basic of writing, so she writes on her personality like beautiful, sensitive, bold and tormented, right? She doesn't use to write on external factors like natures and other societal dominance, but she used to write her true inner feelings, right? And basically the mother at 66 is a poem in which she is talking about her mother, and this poem is based upon mother daughter relationship and the feeling the poet has for her mother, right? Now before starting with the summary, once we will read up the poem which is being given in your books, right? I was driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. I saw my mother beside me doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with the pain that she was as old she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young. Trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes, but after the airport security jet, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late summer's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. My childhood's fear, but all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. So this is the poem which has been given in your books, right? And now we are going up with the summary. Summary is important agar you are being asked about any question, any type of questions other from your book, right? So agar आपको summary पता है, so you can easily write down with the things, right? So here let's see the summary first of all. And here it is saying it is a heart-touching poem written by Indian poet Kamla Das, who wrote under the pen name of Madhavai Kotte. So here it is given that her pet name was Madhavai Kotte, and she has written a lot of poems in Indian history of poems. Right? She is one of the well-known poet of Indian history, and she has written a lot of poems, and this poem is one of those. And in this poem, she has described her feeling of love and attachment towards her aging mother. Means she has explained her love, her attachment with her mom, and she was telling that her love, her care was growing day by day as she was saying that her mother is growing older and older. Once the poet went to visit her mother, she was on her way back to the airport to return to Cochin. सो एक बार की इंसिडेंट यहाँ पर डिक्रेट हुआ है कि एक बार पोएट अपनी मदर से मिलने शी हैज़ गॉन टू केरला एंड नाउ शी इज़ रिटर्निंग बैक टू कोचिन वेयर शी इज़ प्रेजेंटली लिविंग एंड टू रिटर्न बैक टू कोचिन शी वॉज गोइंग टू एयरपोर्ट विद हर मदर. She looked at her mother who was seated beside her in a car. So यहाँ पे यह उनकी mom और poet they both were going to airport and the poet was going back to Cochin. So they both were seated beside each other in a car, and then suddenly the poet had a look over her mom. Her mother has dozed off to sleep and her aging face was smoking and colored like ash. So here it is being said that बेसिकली व्हाट हैपेंड, जब पोएट ने अपनी मॉम का फेस देखा तो वो डिस्क्राइब कर रही है कि उसकी मॉम जो है वो नींद में थी, शी वाज इन स्लीप एंड उनका जो एजिंग फेस था, मीन्स उनकी एज जैसे बढ़ रही थी, सो दैट इंक्रीजिंग एज वॉज ईजली विजिबल ऑन हर फेस. एंड if we talk about the color of fish, it was just like the ash, like in a grayish color, right? Her mouth was opened and she resembled a dead body. So यहाँ आपको किससे resemblance किया गया है? Your poet is saying कि she was in sleep, so her mouth was open and she was just looking like a dead body, right? The poet realized that her mother was very old. She felt pain and sympathy for her. Her mother needed love, affection and care. So जब उन्होंने अपनी mom को देखा, that her face was just like ash in a grayish color, her aging was easily visible on her face, her mouth was open and she was resembling like a dead body. So जो poet थी उन्हें थोड़ा सा दुख हुआ, उन्हें ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि उनकी मॉम जो थी शी वॉज ग्रोइंग ओल्डर, वो बूढ़ी होती जा रही हैं. एंड विद हर इंक्रीजिंग एज उन्हें क्या चाहिए था? उन्हें ज़्यादा प्यार की ज़रूरत थी, अफेक्शन की ज़रूरत थी और केयर की ज़रूरत थी. Now here it is being said, in order to come out of gloom, the poet shifted her glance and looked out of the car's window. So यहाँ पे कहते हैं कि इस फीलिंग से, इस सैडनेस से बाहर आने के लिए जो उन्हें फील हो रहा था अपनी मॉम को देख के, what she did, she stopped seeing her mom and she turned out to look out the car's window. Means उन्होंने अपनी मॉम की तरफ से अपनी नज़रें हटा ली and she started looking out of the car window. There she saw young trees pass by. Little children were running out of their house into playground. So यहाँ पर आपका सिनेरियो बताया गया है कि जब वो बाहर देख रही तो उन्हें क्या देखने को मिला? यंग ट्रीज देखने को मिले. शी वॉज एबल टू सी यंग ट्रीज एंड इवन जो छोटे छोटे बच्चे थे वो भी अपने घर से बाहर आकर प्ले ग्राउंड की तरफ खेलने जा रहे थे. सो टू थिंग्स हैव बीन मेंशन्ड हियर, that young trees were visible to her and she was seeing the children running out of their house to go to playgrounds, right? And here it is next being said, these things were contrary to aging face of her mother. So यहाँ पर वो कहती है कि ये सब चीज़ें उसकी मॉम के फेस से थोड़ा रिजेम्बलेंस कर रही थी, because when she was young she was also the same like young trees running out of like children into playgrounds to play, right? एंड ये जो यंग ट्रीज़ और छोटे बच्चे यहाँ पर आपको पोएट ने दिखाए हैं, उसको उन्होंने कंपेयर किया किससे? एनर्जी, लाइफ एंड हैप्पीनेस से. टू व्हाट? एनर्जी, लाइफ एंड हैप्पीनेस. दीज बोथ थिंग्स आर योर रिजेंबल्ड एज. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं, इसको याद रखिएगा. दे बोथ आर मैंशनड एज एनर्जी, लाइफ एंड हैप्पीनेस, right? So when she was seeing these things, she was like when her mom was young like trees and she was playful like little children, she was also very happy. Her life was full of energy, her life was full of happiness, right? So these are the things which was poet seeing when she was looking out of the car window. Okay, next it has been said, as they reached the airport, the poet was about to leave for the airplane. She glanced at her mother one more time. So यहाँ पर poet जो है when she reached to airport, जब वो लोग airport तक पहुँचे, so उन्होंने क्या किया है? एक बार अपनी mom की तरफ और देखा, right? Her mother appeared weak and pale just like the moon of winter season, which seems to have lost all his strength. सो यहाँ पे क्या मतलब है कि जब उन्होंने दोबारा अपनी मॉम को देखा, सो शी फेल्ट लाइक कि वो बहुत ही वीक हैं और पेल हैं. एंड दिस कंडीशन हैज़ बीन कंपेयर टू व्हाट? मून ऑफ विंटर सीजन which has lost all his strength. So यहाँ पे ये comparison है. This comparison is important. It may be asked in your MCQs or may be asked in your unseen comprehensions by giving the few lines of your poem. यहाँ पर आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए कि when she second time looked at her mom, she felt that she is weak and very pale, and moreover she has compared her mom with the moon in the winter season, which looks like have no strength at all, right? The poet felt pain and tear of losing her mother. So her her mother was very old. She was also growing very old at that time. So poet को क्या हुआ, बहुत ही दुख हुआ और उन्हें डर भी लग रहा था किस चीज़ से, she might not lost her mother because she was very far away from her. So she was having a fear that she might lose her mother. She was reminded of her childhood when she used to fear of losing her mother. और उस दिन उन्हें क्या याद आया, उन्हें अपनी एक चाइल्डहुड की मेमोरी याद आई दैट व्हेन शी वाज यंग शी वाज having the fear of losing her mother as same she was having the today. So यहाँ पे this thing has been mentioned. So she remembered her childhood memory. As a child, she could not bear to be separated from her mother even after few moments. So यहाँ पे वो कहती हैं कि when she was young, she was in her childhood. So उन्हें डर लगता था when there was a talk about her losing her mother. And उस time भी she was not very strong or she was not able to bear the separation from her mother even for few seconds of life. Now the loss could be permanent as her mother was about to die and she could lose her forever. So with her increasing age of her mother, she was trying to tell that she was having fear in her heart that when she was young, she was having her childhood with her mom, she was having a fear of losing her, although she was not going to die at that time. But now if she dies, that loss will be permanent in her life and she will be losing her mother forever, right? So this is the scenario she has explained. Now few more lines are left. The poet did not express her feelings. She smiled and said, "See you, Amma, soon," because she wanted her mother to live very long and could meet her again. So यहाँ पर क्या कहती है, poet is said that she has not expressed her feelings towards her mom, what she was having in her heart. Instead of showing her grief, her pain to her mom, she said, "See you soon, Amma." And she said this because she wanted her mom to live very long and healthy life, and moreover because she said these said this phrase because she wanted her mom to live and she wanted her to meet when she returned back again. So this is the whole poem and the summary which has been given to you by the poet Kamla Das. Basically in a conclusion you will come to that she has tried to explain her feelings for her mother. She has explained few her childhood memories of losing her mother, how fear she was having in her heart, and at present time as she has grew old, as she has grown up, but still she is having the same fear in her heart because she cannot bear the separation of her mother from herself. So this is the whole poem that has been given to you. So that's all guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button and also do share and subscribe to my channel.